you will see us live, so your this thing will be clear. So I started last this particular concept. I would say I I try to use something like a wing. You understand? Actually, I derived this idea from something like, I think it is a satellite kind of a thing. Then I don't remember, but I think I watched one movie like that. Then I was able to deduce this particular idea and I incorporate it in my design. So coupled together, I mean, coupled with me going to Pinterest, seeing what I've been done before and all that. So I was able to generate this cool particular design. So now let's check out what made, I mean, what was made of it from scratch. So I want to start with the background. In this background, I use plain background, so something like a yellowish kind of background, but I use between a high value and low value of yellow. You understand? So that way, I was able to get this kind of creamy kind of color. You understand? So moving forward, I imported this one, but I didn't get this idea until I was like about to finish. I was like, okay, let me put this thing there, and I was able to like put it there. So then this pattern, I mostly use pattern for my design, but this particular pattern, yes, this is how it was. Not really, anyways. So it was a straight line, but I distort it. So if you go to your filter here, then you can see distortion, like something like distort. Then you can choose any of these distort. So that is what I did there. It was a straight line, straight vertical line. Then I was able to distort it like this. Then after I distort it, I rasterize it again. Then I put it on Gaussian blur. Then reduce the opacity and the flow as well, and the fill as well. Sorry. So moving forward, the next thing I did is I put in the mobile, which I use. Now the mobile, I was able to like, hold on, I think no, this is not it. So this is it. So I was able to use a mock-up on this one. It was a mock-up I used here. So that mock-ups, I was able to like edit what is inside this particular mobile. So when I edited it, then I put it inside my composition here, which is my flyer design. So after doing that, I arranged the cards. So the important card is what I arranged. You understand? So like unlimited, this green dot. I arranged the Walmart to go to bank and money. I think it's a money lion. Yeah. So I was able to arrange that one. Then I put in shadows. So shadow is what makes it look as if it is floating. And the perspective I gave to it, you know, with the phone being slant. So the perspective has to like, you know, when your perspective of wing is like it's sidelines, so it has to like go this direction. And you know, the focus is going to be different as well. When your camera is focusing closely on a particular subject, so you understand, that subject will be more bigger, and something that is far from that subject will be smaller. So that is what I try to incorporate in this particular arrangement that I gave this particular design. So then after this one, you know, I put in shadow and all that. So that is what makes it look as if they are not together and floating the way they were. So after that one, I put in the list. So this is not the way the list was originally. So this is how it was originally. Hold on. I think yes, this is how it was originally. Then I give it left arrangement. So you understand, that is from this one. Now this is a this is right, sorry, this is left arrangement, then I give it right arrangement. So the right arrangement is that everything will come back to this left side, because I want to put it behind this phone so that it will look as if it is actually a wing. Now the actual character is going to be mobile, and the subordinate, or let me say the secondary character will be the list and the cards. You understand? So that is what brought in this list that I put here. So moving forward, I put in the text. Hold on, no. Text. Where is this text? Oh. Okay, so this is the text. So this is the outline of the text, and this is the actual text. So I give it gray. So gray and a little bit of shadow, but it is hard shadow, you understand? So the hard shadow is what gives it this particular effect. Then because it's behind the phone, I put it on outline so that it will have the whole text on top of this particular phone, so that anybody will not say I can't see what they write there. So definitely they will see it with the outline, you understand? So then I put the environment, which is from the birds to the other things that is actually needed on the design. So cloud, birds, and all that. That is all about this design. So then the footer. So that is it. Then the logo, yeah, and voila, this is our design. Then for the last part, I was able to put in some flair, not really a flair anyway, it is a soft brush, red soft brush. Then I use screen then to give it some cool effect that give it something like a life, you understand? As it is now, it looks so plain, so how would I say it? So lifeless. But with the help of this, it is actually now more lively. The color is now more sync. Everything is now more now looking good all together. You understand? So you see, that is the essence of that particular red light over there. Then I put in some cool. We can call it this is like a pattern, or let me say texture. So something like this on the design. So and I use our level to make it more less effective on those cards and other part of the design. So that is all about this particular design, and I hope you guys understand. And if you have any question, you can ask now. Yes. If you have any question, I think this is the best time to ask. We're having two people here, so if you have any question concerning what I've just discussed on this particular thing now, you can ask me. So if you don't have any question, I think that will be all for tonight's class, or let me say tonight step-by-step design series. So do have a wonderful night. So I'll be okay, Mubarak, can go ahead please.
Yes, sir, please. I think I missed the background when I joined.
You did what?
Design. I missed the background design. Like I don't see the background.
Okay, you are not able to see what I did on the background design.
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing my screen now?
Yeah, I can see your screen, sir.
So what I did on the background is quite simple. Like I said, I use a plain color. So I use so plain color. You know, the color between the high value of yellow and the low value of yellow. So you understand. So that is what brings this particular. I think it's a cream color off white, or I don't know what they call it, anyways. So, but this particular color is the shades between high value and low value of yellow. So that's what I gave. I mean, that's what I get by using this particular color. Now, well, after using this particular color, I give it this particular shape as well. It is on white. I make it blur a little bit. So you understand. Sorry, noise. I actually add noise, not blur. So then I put it on overlay. So there is no difference between the overlay and all these things. And initially, I reduce the opacity here, you understand? So to make it more sync to the background, but I still want it to be visible. But I didn't put this there until I reached some extent in my design, you understand? But what I did instantly after I did that, after I did the color, which is the plain color, is the pattern. So this particular pattern is a plain pattern, you understand? It is a plain distinct pattern. So I go to this what is it called? distort to make it look like this. Then after doing that, I blur it. You understand? So this is not how it was actually. So you go online, you will definitely see how the pattern originally looks like. You understand? But I reduce the opacity to like 10 on the opacity, then the flow too, so that it can sync very well, and it can shows the color at the same time. The pattern is also going to be visible. So this way it won't contradict anything we are going to be putting on it, you understand? But at the same time, people will be feeling that particular pattern at the background, you understand? So that is why I put it on this opacity and fill. Then I put it on blur. So when you put it on blur, it will definitely put it like this. I don't know the actual field that I even put there, but I'm sure it is 10% of opacity. So after that, that is all about background anyway. So after that, I start putting the phone, like I said before, phone. But the phone is a mock-up. I think I mentioned that before. The phone is a mock-up. So the phone is a mock-up. I just put in the phone. I think I still have that particular mock-up on my phone. So if you want to get that particular mock-up, just go to onblast.com. I believe every one of you know what Onblast is all about. So let me see if I still have this particular mock-up here. So you will download it in bulk. It is a bulk mock-up. So when you download it in bulk, you'll be able to use any one of them you want to use, and it's going to be giving you yes on blast.com. Thank you for typing it. So, and if you can't find it on Blast, go to mockup.co. I don't even remember that name, but I will check and share with you guys online. So this is, you see, we have different kind of arrangement of mockups. So we have standing one and we have bend one. You understand? So all these things will come with like you can be able to remove the background, then put in your own background. You understand? I've used most of this mockup on my design, because mockup doesn't necessarily have to like be like you are going to be using it for the what exactly they say you should use it for, but you can actually use it in your actual design and make it more, make it more useful. You understand? Mockup is really a good thing when it comes to design, but a lot of creatives don't know how to utilize mockup very well. I've used mockup a lot in my design, and it has given me a good result on my design. So that is what happened, and here we are for the final result. Someone is asking a question on Instagram. They say, "Hello boss, I'm Freddy, graphic designer, and I have a question how to make a logo animation in Photoshop." Well, this is not what we are doing today, but I think I've made some animation on Photoshop before. But the process is quite simple. You just need to like understand how animation actually works in real life. So all you have to do is, when you know how animation works, so you go to your this window, then you will see timeline. So that is when you will start adding your this thing. But whatever it is that you want to do, make sure that all these layers is what will make up the layer for the animation. Now you also need to understand how to use keyframe. So if you understand how to use keyframe, you are also good to go. So another thing I want to say is that concerning that animation of a thing that you asked, let me see if I can find what I did around that time. It has been long ago, but let me see if I can still find it. So thank you very much. Someone has already pasted the link for the full mockup I use on the design. So let me say, if you want to be more versatile with your design, try as much as possible to be smart with whatever it is that you want to do. Like for instance, when I say smart, I've used mockup mostly on my design, or let me say in a lot of my design, and it has come out very, very good. Honestly speaking, I designed something recently and I used mockup too. I used mockup for that particular design. So You see, one thing about being a graphic designer is you have to like take them unaware. Let them don't let them see you coming. You understand that kind of feel. So you work smart, you work creatively. I'm trying to find that motion I did that time, but I didn't think I can find it anytime soon. So if I couldn't find it, I will just go ahead and round up the class for tonight. But I'm sure I did it that time. I it's supposed to be Photoshop this thing, Photoshop file. But definitely you can use Photoshop to do motion. You understand? So maybe you can check online and see if if you can if you can see, I mean, you can see a useful tutorial that you can go through. You understand? And for the design I used mockup for when I the one I did recently. So I believe every one of you guys have already seen that one too. So this one. So the moment you know how to utilize some mockups or some elements, then you are good to go. So this particular design, you see, this is a mockup. It is a billboard mockup, but I use it on my design. Regarding, are you guys seeing it? I'm not sure if you guys are seeing it.
No, we cannot see it, sir.
Okay, okay. Let me stop the video. Let me stop and put it on. Yeah, share everything. So I don't know. So this is it. This is design. So I put this particular design. So this is the mock-up I used on it. It is a like I said, it is what is it called? It is a billboard mock-up, and I use it on my design. So you hardly see something like this on any other person design. So I try to be more creative with resources that I have at hand, and it is helping. To be very much honest with you, it is really helping my design a lot. So if you want to be like me, if you want to be in forefront of design, or let me say as a creative, you want to be in forefront, you learn how to utilize all these particular material, all these materials. So all these materials we have, either images, either font, either any material, any resources, any design resources that we have, you learn to utilize it. Then when you do, you are good to go. With some touches, you are good to go. So that will be all for tonight's class. If you have any other question, you guys should let me know. But if you don't, so we see in next step-by-step design series. Cheers, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome.